Hi everyone, this is the Collective Soul Tarot and my name is Kay. Thanks for coming to the channel today, and for returning viewers, welcome. Subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. I'm so thankful for your subscriptions and your likes and your comments. I really appreciate them. Lovely to hear from you. Thank you so much. And if you like what you see and hear today, please subscribe if you haven't already, and like. So we're going to do another collective reading today for the general reading for the collective, and it's going to be using the Ciro Marchetti decks of the Kipper and Gilded Reverie together with the tarot to clarify, right? Okay, we'll use the tarot to clarify, so they just need to go aside. I can't wait to hear what Archangel Michael and the Holy Spirit has for us today. The collective for October the 10th. Wow. October the 10th, almost the middle. October the 10th, 2023. It is Tuesday. Yes, October 10th. So Archangel Michael and the Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective today for this general reading? Thank you. Well, that's the first one. That's the past energy, okay? We're just going to keep going. Whoop, we got some more. Okay. Yeah, we got some more, all right. Got to figure out where these ones will go. Where does Archangel Michael want me to put them? I feel like a cross. Like as in, and then there's another one. Well, they just want to come out today. They're jumping all over the place. So that is going to be present day. And oh, he says this one is going to be the future. Wow. Okay. We've got some really cleaning up cards here. This is like moon, right? The moonlit. You see things that are not that clearly seen because it's moonlight after all, right? It's not the sun. So you're trying to get some clarity, trying to look at something. I'm going to read the card for that, just to make sure that it's not just about trying to find clarity and to see things correctly or as they are. This one is the Birch card. There's no reversals in these decks. The Birch card, which is like a whip, right? It's cleaning up. You may have the whip exacted on you, or you may be exacting the whip. Just getting your I think ducks lined up in a row to make sure that this is generally a negative card, okay? So it's not, it's about having strife and, you know, troubles and problems and whatever. This one is the scythe. It's about clearing things away to be prepared for a better harvest kind of thing. You know, like in the deck it says, in the cards it says, book, that this is used to clear the grass away so that, as you can see, the wheat can come up and it can see the sunlight and then receive the rain, the nurturing effects of the rain and all that sort of stuff. Otherwise, the grass is taking all of that away from it. So you got to come in and clear away anything that's not, it's not for your highest good. Yeah. So let's see, we've got 3 here, right? We're going to do 3 on this one here. That's what I feel like we want to do. All right. So I'm going to read, before I go any further, I'm going to read the moon card, okay? The moon card says, number 32. Love and romance, intuition and psychic abilities, imagination and creativity are but a few of the ideas I stand for. I reach across the sky and influence the waters. I am admired all around. I bring fame, I bring honors. Okay, so that's that is more about using your intuition. someone's using their psychic abilities, their intuition. It's being recognized by others as it's reflected on oneself. It is fame and notoriety. It illuminates only what others project onto it. So when it turns up in a reading, careful reflection is required. So yeah, whatever you're seeing may not be seen clearly. So it's about having discernment or intuition to be able to see for what it really is. So using your intuition is what I get from that one, so that you can see things for what they really are. Because people project onto you, and then you look like you're the bad guy, or you look like you're doing something, but you're not. It's just that they're the troubled people. What am I doing? Okay, birch. Still under the effects of drugs. I'm just kidding. That would be ibuprofen. Okay, for my sore arm, right? My COVID injection arm. Let's see. Birch is, be warned of high tempers. I bring the conflict and strife. You will find me in competitions because I work with repetition. Arguments and quarrels are my patent, but I'm not always a villain. Yeah, frenzy will be whipped up whenever this card appears. Okay, so anger and quarrels, right? The card is trouble, strife, disharmony, conflict, arguments, and all things stressful. A crack of the whip will be exerted either by you or against you. It's about reprimanding and castigating. Get your ducks lined up in a row. Okay, that's good. Let's get back to clarifying. So it looks like somebody has seen something, you know, found some clarity. In other words, through their intuition, their psychic abilities, they found some clarity, and looks like about their you know, their stability and security, like where it lies. And with great luck, which is what this is house, this is a 4-leaf clover. 4-leaf clovers are rare according to the book, and more so than the 3-leaf one. So this is great luck discovered, that they're going to be able to, right now it's just a vision of being able to relocate, to go somewhere as distant, in the distant horizons, to go far, far away, right? So this is something to do with maybe perhaps they sold a house, and with that, it opens up a vista, a much broader vista of experiences for this individual. Or they left the family unit. If you're a younger person, you're just moving out of home, of your safety and security of what you've ever known your entire life, is that you've received some good luck, and it's allowing you to have a few more options than what you thought you were going to have, which could be why you're able to move out of the home. Well, or it's a relationship that's gone under, perhaps divorce, because you've seen you've seen what's been going on underneath the surface in your home with the people that are in your home, your spouse or long-term partner. And with that information, that coming to know it, you were able to use that to your advantage in some way, to open up more doors of opportunity to you. Let's talk about the birch, the broom card. Birch, it's called birch. Birch card. It's all about arguments and whatnot. Strife, quarrels, just troubles. Okay, we have the stork card, which is about movements, upgrades, and improvements, right? For new beginnings. And the privileged lady card. All right, we're going to put this over here. Let's just put this over here, so we have more room, because we have 3 cards here after all. And let's get, okay. So someone is going to be bumped up by the sounds of it, due to some quarrels, some anger. You know, like when you get angry at somebody, right? You have a quarrel with somebody, they brought it on, whatever, they're challenging you in some way, and you say, okay, fine. If you don't want it, I'll give it to somebody else. That kind of thing, right? So it was an improvement, but maybe that person didn't think it was such a great improvement, or that it should have came sooner, you know, at their own timing, that they're upset because it didn't come sooner. And the person's saying, okay, fine, that's fine. I'll give it to somebody else. Clearly, you don't want it, right? Okay. Let's talk about Scythe. First one is thoughts, his thoughts, that man's thoughts. What's he thinking about? And Lovers. Okay. He's clearing away. Yeah. I think the quarrels that they had with somebody here led to them finally saying, I've had enough. I'm not doing this with you anymore. We're putting an end to this. I'm exacting the whip on this situation. It's going to be cleared out, and my ducks are lined up in a row, so I have no reason to fear that I'm not doing right by someone. It would be like you are not doing right by me. So for that reason, whatever I have to offer a relationship, which is a lot, okay, which is a lot, according to the Stork cards, I am going to be giving it to bump somebody else up in status, you know, a privileged lady, to give someone else what I have to offer. You don't want me, clearly, it's clearly you don't want me. I'm not enough for you. So whatever I've got, I'm going to give it to somebody else. I'm clearing away all that is no longer good for me. That's not for my highest good. This relationship is not for my highest good. I've seen all that I need to see. I know all that I need to know about this situation. And with luck, I found that out. I just discovered it. It was just by mere chance, luck, that I found it. Has to do with the unit, the family unit, the people in it, not so much the family, but obviously the spouse or long-term partner as the family unit with this house. Maybe it is a neighborhood, maybe it is actually a house. Something that you found out about the house was able to bring information forward that now gives you some chances to fantasize about what it is, the opportunities, the doors, and whatever that are going to be open for you. Distant horizon is also about spirituality, coming into your own, coming into who you really are, developing your spirituality, enhancing it, evolving. So from using your intuition, which is a spiritual psychic ability, right? You're obviously psychically connected. You know, you've heard your intuition speak to you before. So you know that when you found this information, that it came to you in some way, shape, or form, whether it came through you, through your own, mind, or through some other channel that just seems so, kind of out there. Like, how come I'm finding this out from them or in this way? So you recognize that as being divinely given, and it's something that's going to help you increase your abilities, your psychic abilities. You're going to become more spiritual as a result of leaving whatever does not benefit you in at the highest self, right? So you're leaving that behind. You're moving on. You're just not quite sure how you're getting there yet. That's the past. The present is that you're not really thinking about literally about how to get there at this with these cards anyways. There might be more with the clarification, but it is more about just putting someone else where they belong in the past, so that you can give them all that you have to give, which is a lot, to somebody else, which is going to make them, bump them up in some kind of social status, or just spiritually, you know, just improvements, right? This is movements, upgrades, and improvements. It's going to improve their life in some way. And it looks like we must be talking to a masculine here again, because the previous lady is a feminine, and not so much, this is not so much, you know, masculine. It doesn't have to be, but we can obviously take it as being masculine. So he's cleared away what no longer serves him, and he's thinking about his privileged lady here. If you look at these two cards, they do the feminine faces look pretty much the same. Can you see that? It's a lot harder to see with that one. But yeah, he's thinking about his privileged lady that he's going to make privileged, right? Who is a lover. And he's come to acknowledge that she is a past life lover, someone he's had a romantic connection with, or at least a soul-tied connection with, for a very long time. Well, that's very beautiful. Perfect, in fact. Let's clarify. All right, Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, can you please clarify the moon card for us in the past? This is near future, present, and past. What's going on in the past there? What was going on in the past? For our collective, please. Thank you. Seven of Wands. Yeah. Three of Cups. Oh. Hangman. Oh. King of Pentacles. Made a judgment and has been healing as a result of coming to know this information and making a judgment call. So Seven of Wands is like being defensive or standing your ground. So he had found out the information, and he had to stand up and say, look, tell his spouse or his long-term partner that he realizes that she put him in a third-party situation, which would be this way. But I'm going to just leave it upright, because I know what it is. He's defending himself, saying, look, right, with this, you don't want what I want, you want it from somebody else. So since you want it from somebody else, you can go ahead and give it to him, and I'll give everything that I am and have to somebody else. And then it left him in, you know, not movement, and there's no movement for a long time, because they were he was healing. He was upside down in reverse, hanged man. The divine put him there because of the situations. He needed to stay put, not move, for a time, so that he could really assess what was going on and to see where he might go in with his next steps forward. In the same time, he's being enlightened. I mean, he's intuitively connected. He may have received his intuition during a time when he just wasn't doing anything. He knew that there's something that needed to be done. He just didn't know what or how. Maybe he knew what, but he just didn't know how, and may have been like kind of fearful of making those moves for how it was going to change his and his family's life. So he just didn't do anything for a while. He hung in inactivity, in non-activity mode. But he was receiving a lot of good spiritual hits, intuition, an awakening, enlightenment, so forth and so on. But he did lose a lot of sleep over this, deliberating what he was going to do. Right? It wasn't something that was going to be easy for him to do, in his own mind at least, because he knew he would need to make a new plan by walking away from this one here and moving forward. But how and when and whatnot, those questions, right? So let's talk about the house. Oh yeah, we got these ones here. So he through this experience, this hardship, right? Lesson learned, judgment call. He made a judgment to say, I'm very worthy here. I'm a mature, successful businessman. I'm powerful, and I'm financially blessed. I have a high status all on my own. I don't need you to have a high status with. I like the good life, and I like having power and control. But as a King of Pentacles in the in the upright, it is in a good way. Power and control. So he's matured. He's matured from whatever he was when he first met the one that has done something to put this to an end. Okay? So he made a final judgment call. He is the King of Pentacles. He's the type of guy who does what he says, and he is grounded, very, very grounded in the material world. So he has navigated it quite well and has figured out how to make his existence in the material world work for him in a way that he's financially blessed. You know, he can do what, for the most part, what he wants, whenever he wants, you know, outside of work, of course. But he might be in a higher position, being promoted up the ranks in the corporation or business that he works for, if he does, or he's just a very successful entrepreneur. But he, with the help of the divine enlightening him, right, with the intuition, he made a final judgment, and that was to end it and to heal, to end his marriage, long-term commitment with somebody, and heal. House, please. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, thank you. House. What can we know about the house? What is the house here? End of a cycle, reemergence of a new cycle, Queen of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Swords, there you go, the betrayal. The betrayal. Somebody betrayed him. This could be, if this is not the one he's, is committed to, the Queen of Cups, this is the one who's over here and here, right? I have a feeling it's this one here and here, not the I don't feel like this is the one that he's leaving behind. But he's going to be setting down new roots in, and this is a really deep-rooted home, because it's like a tree house, right? Kind of like a tree house. The roots go deep. That's what the book says. So he wants to uproot himself from here. That's the end of the cycle with this. A new cycle begins where he will lay his roots down with the Queen of Cups, and be prosperity and abundance blessed. As a result, he's paid his karma off, so the wheel is turning in his favor now after having been betrayed. Okay, so it's possible that this fellow here was betraying his wife before. You may have been betraying your partner in the past with possibly this one, right, that you met. And so your wife, you were attracted to somebody who would also do that to you, which is the karmic payoff, right? Karmic debt. So let's just put this all here so I can see the cards. And we have 4-leaf clover, much luck, great luck. What can we know about great luck, Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit? Five of Cups, Page of Swords, and 8 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so he has been feeling, what do you call it when dispossessed? Dispossessed, when you don't really have a home right in the moment. You don't have a home, you're feeling dispossessed. You have left one or were ousted from one, but you don't have another one it lined up for yourself. You don't know exactly right now where that will be. And that would lead to feelings of being left out in the cold, right? Wouldn't it? By somebody, whether it's the long-term committed one that feeling betrayed, had been betrayed, that's going to make you feel left out in the cold because she's wanting obviously somebody else and not you. Or you're feeling left out in the cold because you haven't been communicating with your Queen of Cups from the past. You know what? I'm going to put this here just to make sure that we know that it was a betrayal. So you miss them. You miss them dearly. You miss them dearly. You have regret and remorse for how things ended back then with your Queen of Cups, privileged lady, lover. You have been keeping an eye on her from afar, making sure, just making sure she still exists, and that how, if she's with other people, how happy or unhappy she is. You keep an eye, but you know you've got something that you need to tell her, and it's been a long time coming, and you just want to take action, which with any luck you'll be able to do this, right? With any luck you'll be able to move towards your Queen of Cups and have passionate communication back and forth, or at least just communication in the very beginning, back and forth. That's your fantasy. That's what you fantasize about. You wish for that. You want to have great luck in your efforts to take that kind of action towards the one that you've never been able to get off your mind, obviously, I'd have to say, because she is somebody from your past. And you've been keeping close tabs on her with that Page of Swords. Distant horizons, Eight of Cups, leaving, going your way. Hope with Six of Swords, that's rough waters to calmer waters. And Ten of Pentacles with the Fool. Yeah, it looks like you're going you really want to go somewhere. You'll be walking away from your past life here, your past long-term commitment, putting an end to that divorce likely. You want to move to calmer waters because it's been quite chaotic for you over here, dealing with your marriage, the way it had been going south. You want to bring a long-term commitment of Ten of Pentacles, luck and prosperity and just generational wealth and abundance and legacy kind of finances to your privileged lady. Remember this, you don't want it. Crack the whip on this relationship, you don't want it, so I will improve the person that I'm going to be moving towards, which is the privileged lady. I'll be taking a leap of faith there because I really don't know how she's going to be receptive to me, if at all. So the Birch card, please. That's beautiful. That's what you're envisioning, taking a leap of faith because you've left. You're moving to calmer waters where your life will be just a lot less chaotic, more calm and serene, and you're taking your pentacles with you. You're taking your pentacles with you. Whatever you got left from the divorce, you're taking. Birch card, please. Lovers twice, right? Lovers. Chariot. Yeah. And the High Priestess, which is Seven of Cups. All right, so yeah, and the Six of Cups here, which is somebody you've known from the past. Somebody from the past is returning into your life. So the Birch card is the Lovers. You had made a choice. That's what Lovers is as well. Is making a choice. It's not just an indication of a connection, being a past life connection, a very solid soul-tied connection. It's also a choice. You made a choice between her and whoever this is over here, which now you're seeing as that, that was unfortunate for you to have chose over her. And But you know, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. You had to do what you had to do because that was the frame of mind, the mindset, and the frequency, the energy, that spiritual energy, vibration that you were in at the time. You could not see any other way at that time when you had to make a choice between her and whoever else it was. So that's where you were at. It's like you didn't know any better, and you can't know until you know, right? So you did what you needed to do, and as a result, that person that you chose to be in your life was at the perfect resonance for you. You matched each other, which means you were both at this lower vibration, okay? It was maybe more about the material life, having possessions and material possessions and money and status and control and whatever money, lots of money brings to you. You're at this level together when you first met. You were a perfect match. And there just may not have been much love in that, just enough for the two of you to be attracted to each other. But that's not, having an attraction is not a deep kind of love. It's just whatever you need in order to be able to find somebody attractive enough to get to know them, so that you can decide later on if they're a good match to you, that you would want to live your life with them. But I suspect that the love was still very surface depth as opposed to deep depth. And that's the reason why maybe you just worked a lot. You worked, might have been, because that's what a King of Pentacles is. You're a hard worker. And you may be in achievement mode. You may have worked a lot. You know, working your way up the ranks, right? And that gave you great satisfaction to do that. So, you know, it's nobody's fault. But perhaps with all the working, because the money came with all the power and status of your position at work, and maybe you were investing and buying real estate and anything else, you were making good money, and you knew that your wife really, really enjoyed that kind of life and status, and you worked hard to make sure that she was happy, that she was set up really, really well, so that if she didn't want to work, you were okay with that kind of thing. But it got to the point where you're just working all the time, and with working so much, you weren't really spending much intimate time, and I don't mean sexual. I mean just connecting at that deeper level with your wife. The two of you weren't making that connection. You might have in the very, very beginning, but it kind of just fell off to, what am I going to do today, and how much money can I spend today, how much money I can make today, you know, that kind of thinking. Everyday life came in between you and the time, the two of you, and the time that you could have really spent time connecting. There were other things to do. You know, maybe it was just too awkward just connecting, like sitting together on the couch and just talking. You're going to put the TV on to watch a movie instead, you know, stuff like that, and whatever else. But it became a non-issue. Like, it became not something that the two of you strived to achieve together to connect at that deeper level. And it just became your everyday way of life, living your life then. And through many years of not making that kind of deep connection, and you're getting older, working, and you see that she's living quite a good life, but you're just feeling a void, you're feeling empty. And that emptiness is because you didn't really have that deep connection to be able to fall back on whenever, you started feeling as though you were working too much, and you just wanted to relax a little bit more in life and spend time with your family and enjoy yourself, but you couldn't because, well, if you were to not be at work, well, what would you be doing? Hanging out with the kids all the time, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. That's admirable. But you have a spouse that's not really part of the picture, not in an intimate connection way. You just didn't feel that connection. Look at this here. I'm looking at the king. He's got this whatever going across him, and that just keeps me thinking connection. I keep thinking connection. So yeah, it wasn't there. You're working too much. The relationship kind of like making the relationship a priority wasn't as much, not, I wouldn't say not a concern. It was just, it wasn't part of everyday life. So, eventually things start falling off because of that. All of us need to feel fulfilled at the heart level at some point in time. We can go many years perhaps living like that, but at the end of the day, we know we feel empty. We want to have that connection, that human touch connection. And I'm not saying sex. That could be it too. That's fine. But that's not the real intimate connection. So it could be, if it's a beautifully, intimately deep connection of making that kind of like an outcome of first connecting, having that first non-sexual commitment or connection with that person. Then if it leads to making love, then that's even more beautiful. So I suspect that it wasn't like that for you, maybe in the beginning, but it was more surface level depth, not so much now. And so you chose somebody like that because you were at that level, right? But you've grown because you're now you're a king. You're not a page, you're not a knight, you're a king. You're sitting in the king energy. You've grown, you matured, you've been through that suit of the deck all the way from the Ace of Pentacles up to the King of Pentacles. So you have a depth to you now. And you know that you've mastered many things in the 3D world to the point where, what else can I do with my life? I have all the money I needed, my retirement fund, finances for everyday living, holidays and whatnot. But, that's it. I'm missing love. I'm missing that deep connection. That's what it is. You've come to realize that. And when you think about it, every time you think of having a deep, honest, transparent connection with somebody at that level, boom, this one rises up in your mind. Right here. This Queen of Cups comes to your mind. And you think, oh my God, is it her? I mean, is that what it is? What she gave me when we knew each other? Is that what I'm missing this time? Now? And you kind of realize it is. And so you exacted the whip against her at that time, but now you're exacting the whip against, your wife, your long-term partner. But you made a choice, and you regret making that choice here. And you're moving away from the one you're exacting it against now, which is your long-term partner, a fast movement forward, right, in victory. It's kind of like the victory ride around the track, right? If you're into car races or bike races or whatever kind of races, horse racing too. The High Priestess, again, is like tapping into your intuition, but you see this one as being spiritually developed, spiritually in touch. She's not just a human being. She is so much more than that from what you can see. She perhaps is very intuitive and doing intuitive type of work, that keeps her feeling fulfilled. Excuse me. So let's talk about the stork. Stork card, please. Archangel Michael. I need a little drink of water. Thank you. Yeah, excuse me. Stork card, please. Tower. Okay. Over here. Put that there. Tower. 9 of Pentacles, becoming single. And Temperance and healing. But, not without great distress, losing sleep at night, because this is a new way for you. This is an absolutely different way for you. You went, what is it? Oh, that's what I'm missing. It's that really deep, deep loving connection with somebody. You probably haven't had that. Wow. So it would be a new way. And the tower came in to blow this up. It blew it up right out of the water, right out of the sky. You found out something was amiss in your relationship, and you discovered through self-reflection and whatnot, intuition, and some other way, God-led way, that this is what your wife was doing. So maybe she'd done it before and you said, okay, that was the last straw that broke the camel's back. We're not doing that anymore. I'm worthy of so much more than that. You became single and living well because you're a King of Pentacles and healing with the angels around you. You have one foot in the water, one foot on land, so you're nicely balanced. You are grounded and you're in touch with your emotions. You're finding stability in your emotional life, because you have somebody who inspires you, and you are emotionally maturing as well along the way. This is your ride. This is your journey, back to who you really are, which is the inspiration that's within each one of us. That is the heart, the soul, the spirit, the God in us. You're listening to your heart now, because it wasn't so much involved in that life that you had there. And it suddenly starts, it was always speaking to you, I have to say, okay? It was always, to be honest, it's always speaking to you. It's whether or not you're ready to listen and to hear it and take action on it. Okay, privileged lady. Oh, sheesh, okay. 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 Aha. Page of Wands. Yes, you've got good news, but you're very, very stressed out about approaching her with good news. You're stressed out. It's making you lose sleep at night. This card had to come out. It wanted to come out. It's talking about you. You see so much, like light in her, just like when you think about her, she's doing things right. She's living life in truth and honesty, transparency, and expresses her emotions. It could be scary, right? But all you want to do is you want to be with her. You want to celebrate being reunited with her. You possibly see her as a twin flame, which is one soul, two different people. 11. You might see her as a twin flame, that the two of you come together to become one, like truly become one, because that's your soul divided between two people. She ticks all of your boxes. She makes you very happy. You see everything about her, and it's a dream come true for you if you were to be able to reunite with this lady that you want to make privileged, because this one didn't want you anymore. I hope it's not because that one didn't want you anymore. Right. I won't say anymore because I don't know for certain. But it would be nice that you're actually taking those actions to end this relationship, not just because someone doesn't want you, but because it gave you you realize it gives you the perfect opportunity to be able to move to who it is you do truly love, and that you realize it should have been that way. That's what we like to think. But again, this one gave you chances to improve yourself, to grow, personally develop and spiritually develop. Because of the hardships, the challenges, the chaos, the conflict, the arguments, everything that she brought into your marriage, into your life, helped you grow above that. The scythe is the 3 of Wands. That's having a plan and putting it into action. You're looking across the horizons to your love, obviously. Haha, look at you, the Emperor. And you are just waiting for your ships to come in. And I think the ship would be, at this point, contacting her. Where is that little sword guy? Making that, oh, here it is. Making that initial contact with her to start the communication back and forth again. So waiting for your shifts to come. You, in the near future, you're going to be, and now this is 4 weeks to 3 months, okay? That give or take, right? Timing is so fluid with divine timing. But yeah, so Three of Wands is just like wanting to leave. You got your back to your past and your front to your future. You're looking across the horizon to see how, where, what, where, why, and when, kind of thing. Because you know where you want to go. You are now in Emperor energy because you're making these decisions. You're deciding to follow your heart and taking action. So that puts you in Emperor energy. It's healing. This is the Star card is about healing. This is about taking control and being in charge of your own life, getting your power back from wherever it went here in this past. But you want to mend the connection between you and your privileged lady lover. Ah, that's beautiful. That's truly beautiful. And thoughts. Let's talk about you with your thoughts. You're thinking of the privileged lady right there. Your past lifetime soulmate. The one you've been in romantic relationships for often. Maybe you were a woman in the past one and she was a man, and who knows? It could be any old way. All right. Thoughts. Hermit. Ace of Cups. King of Swords. Fantastic. Okay, Two of Pentacles. So after some time in your own personal deliberation of trying to figure out what went on in your life and why, and I kind of explained some of it right now, but you've learned this yourself, that this one here was mirroring back to you what it was you needed to clean up in yourself. So you had to clean up your ways, your troubling and challenging ways, maybe betrayal ways too, or player ways. And the divine was here leading you through prayer and meditation, being able to just connect with yourself in quiet times, being isolated, looking to the divine to know where your next step would be. After doing that and heavy, deep thoughts and contemplation, you come to realize during that time that your love really does ache for this one here. And you come to recognize too that that was the void, that you weren't feeling emotionally fulfilled. There was not a true happiness in you at that depth, right? It's that unconditional, never gonna go away, eternal depth. Whereas the happiness you might have had in the beginning with your gal over here was just like surface scratchy. You felt really happy when you both had a really good day. It relied on, it depended on outside circumstances. So if something happened at work, maybe you got a raise or whatever, oh, you're really, really happy, this is great, we're really moving forward as a couple. Or just had great interactions with your coworkers or boss, and then you come home and she's happy about something, or she's been to work and it all went really great there too. The kid is happy, our kids are happy because they had a good day at school. External circumstances were making you put smiles on your faces together, which is great memories, whatnot. But it's because it's external, it's not internal. It's external means that it's always reliant on the external world to find that reason to smile. So the King of Swords came in, your energy came in as the King of Swords. You annexed your collaboration, your contract with the one over here. You brought a lawyer in who would take this to court as a divorce or legal separation at least. And you know that in order to be able to talk to her, you had to do it without emotions, so that she was never going to be unclear about what your intentions were with her and this marriage. Also, because of that, you're bringing that into this new relationship where you need to be upright, truthful, honest, and transparent with your privileged lady. so that who is your Queen of Cups, so that she is clear of your intentions with her and how you feel about her. Okay, that's the Ace of Cups. This is a divine blessing of a brand new beginning with love, in love. Wow, that's beautiful. So that's what you're thinking about. That's what what has been on your mind, your thoughts, and this is what you're going to be doing in the very near future. So it's not yet, but it's coming. Lovers, final card. King of Wands, Ten of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, toxicity, shadow energy, right? Okay, so yeah, you want to, as a King of Wands, you've matured into being an action-orientated king. You are a leader. You make quick, generous moves. You have so much passion behind you. You are, you're a good person, lots of fun and charisma and depth to you, as someone being very bold, is a good marriage partner. You are, really. So now you're the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the King of Swords. You're going to take action towards your lover. Laying down your burdens of the past. Feeling like you had insurmountable problems with this. You're feeling discomfort and betrayed. You're separated and you're moving. Immigration. You have losses and whatnot. You're laying that all down to be able to pick up, although it is still concerning to you how she's going to respond to you. You still have that as, but the Ten of Wands is about laying it down because it's the end. You had so much, and in the near future you'll be letting it all go so that you can come to her as a King of Swords and hopefully as a King of Cups, but it's not showing up here. But in any case, you're showing up as a Knight of Pentacles to her. That's the slowest moving energy in the deck, and it's the slowest moving Knight. So that means that you're going to do this slowly because you don't want to chase her off, right? You don't want to come to her saying, okay, I just got divorced, and the only reason why I divorced is because she cheated on me. Otherwise, I'd still be with her. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. But it has to be the truth. You have to be able to dig into yourself and tell her why you're showing up. Why? It's got to be a trustworthy, and you just have to be a source of focused reasoning that has to do with the fact that it's because she's her, and the reason why you're coming to her door or, sending her email, whatever, is because it's her that you could never get out of your mind, get off your mind, that you're going to tell her that you've been thinking about her all of this time, and know that you made a grave mistake when you chose to be with somebody else, with her, instead of the other, instead of with her, right? Chose to be with this one instead of that one. You're going to tell her these things because, and it's got to be your truth. It's got to be God honest, sincerity and integrity. Like that is, it better be your truth. That's all I have to say. It's got to be your truth. You can't just come to her and say, well, I can't tell her I'm coming because my wife betrayed me, so I left her. Otherwise, I'd likely still be with her. You can't, that's fine. That's true, maybe. But is it really your truth, your absolute? If you look deep, deep, deep down inside of you, is that your absolute truth? If it's not, that's what you got to reach for. You got to pull that up out of you and say, she wants to hear that I'm coming to her because it's her that I've never been able to forget. She made an impression on me when we first met, and since I met her, I knew that anyone else I had in my life just wasn't going to fill that void like she had been able to. And this is the reason why I'm writing to you today or coming to see you today, stand at your door, is because I want to honor you with, on bended knee asking for forgiveness kind of thing. Not exactly, but you know what I'm saying. It really has to be deep, because she's the Queen of Cups after all, and she's intuitive. But on top of that, collective, she's forgiving. She is forgiving. She's the one queen that is forgiving. So let's see when that shall be. I want to do a timing now. Again, this is the future energies right here to the right here. The purple cards in here are months. Let's see if we can get more specific. There's a May card. Okay, we got May, but I'm going to do another. We don't need these ones. This is just to help me shuffle the purple ones. Now let's pick another one. Again, take this with a grain of salt, all right? Because we got a lot of people in the collective. Let's see, have a look-see, let's see. I find this one here. January. Hallelujah. And maybe in May, you'll actually either be together, living, under the roof here with each other, or maybe you're going to propose to her in May or get married in May. Okay, that's lovely. That doesn't mean, we don't know yet. We could find out though for you what she would say to you once you reconnect with her. Let's see. Let's try that, okay? We're going to do Andromeda Skies Love Oracle to see what she would like to say to you. Hang on, I have to get them all. Okay, here we go. What would our privileged lady, who will be, let's say Queen of Cups, let's say, what will our Queen of Cups want to say? How would she respond, or what would she like to say to our King of Pentacles, King of Swords, and King of Wands? Emperor. Yeah, you're the Emperor. That's right. Emperor person. Emperor person. Destiny is taking us down different paths. Well, whenever I get that card, especially since only because the two of you haven't been communicating for a long time, that's what she would be thinking. Excuse me, I need a drink of water. Thank you. Yeah, that's all she can be thinking, right? I find you incredibly attractive. Well, you're the King of Wands after all, and an Emperor. You've got the physical great attractive qualities of you, and you have the energy that's attractive. By the way, the Emperor is all four kings together in one. What else? I'm afraid of commitment. Holy cow. She's afraid of commitment. Well, I would say that what I'm getting from this is she's afraid of committing to somebody else, because if she knows that the two of you are possibly twin flames, right? That if she committed to somebody else and you came back into her life, holy cow, right? You can draw your conclusion there. I want to work things out. Well, that's what she wants. She wants to work things out with you. And a final card, please. I feel empty without you. She feels empty without you. She wants to work things out. She doesn't want to commit to somebody else, because if you come back, then she's not available. And she would want to be. I find you incredibly attractive, but, so what? Our destinies are taking us down different paths. Well, that's what she knows right now. You can change that for her simply by showing up. And I don't mean necessarily physical, unless you can, but at least through some kind of means of communication. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this message, and if so, please subscribe and check out my other videos as well. Okay, bye for now. Talk to you tomorrow.